Hey there, my name is Robert Meyer. This is my presentation. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the quality. I attempted a few different ways of recording this presentation, and this is the method that I had to settle on. I'm not the most tech savvy person, but I'm going to try to make this work. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through this PowerPoint presentation. I've titled it America's Pastime. So, the sport of baseball, I'm assuming that everyone watching this is familiar with baseball. It was first played as we know it in the 1800s, and it steadily gained popularity throughout the 1800s and into the 1900s, and it became an extremely popular sport in America. I grew up, I started in t-ball, and I played throughout my childhood. When I was a kid in the late 90s, the baseball stars of the time, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Derek Jeter, Ken Griffey Jr., they were household names. They were stars. You know, we would all hit the ball and say Barry Bonds, and everyone knew who you were talking about, and they were revered by the masses. This led me to ask the question, are people losing interest in baseball? In recent memory, I've heard lots of speculation, and I've had lots of speculation that baseball doesn't seem to be quite as popular as it once was. There's a decline in ratings and in attendance for games. Other sports have gotten very, very popular, such as football, leading the question, are other sports overtaking baseball in terms of popularity? For my survey, I created a survey titled Interest in Baseball. I spread that survey on social media. Some other people that I know shared it as well. I was able to get 137 responses. There was 5 yes or no questions, as well as the participants' age and gender were recorded. The questions were designed to be sort of broad, not to lead in any way, but to try to get a basic gauge of what I was trying to gather from the survey. So the results of the survey, I got results from age ranges of 20 to 87, 137 total responses. It was 70.8% females and 28.5% males, which that could be a whole nother study, research paper itself, in terms of I guess women might be more likely to fill out someone's survey out of the kindness of their heart on social media. But that's neither here nor there. So we'll continue. The first question of the survey asked, in the past 5 years, have you attended or watched on TV an entire Major League Baseball game? 53.7 replied no, and 46.3 replied yes. Next, I said, did you play baseball or softball in youth and school sports yourself? So again, 55.9% said no, 44.1% said yes. Do you feel as though baseball games are enjoyable to watch? 67.2, a large majority, said yes, while 32.8% said no. Do you feel as though baseball games are too long? 55.5% said no, 44.5% said yes. This one was surprising to me. That is one of the main criticisms that I hear when it comes to baseball, especially from people that haven't played it, is that the games are very, very slow moving, and they just simply take too long. It's hard to sit through it and for it to keep your attention the whole time. Um, let's see. Would you consider baseball to be America's pastime? 51.1% said yes, 48.9% said no. So even though the majority of people from the first questions answered no to, did you play or have you watched or attended a game, the majority still says that they consider baseball to be America's pastime. As far as collecting the responses for the survey, obviously with social media, I did not have a lot of control over who filled it out. I wanted it to be, very limited restrictions, trying to get a broad sense of, just the American people, which in itself is an extremely diverse group. Some people, it was anonymous. That trolling was an issue. Some people, I think, filled it out several times just randomly. It was difficult to get people, especially to get male responses. There was not much willingness on that part. And some people simply didn't fill out the questions correctly. They forgot to put their age or they didn't answer something. And, that's just, I guess, what comes with having a very casual survey. Final thoughts. I was surprised. I personally thought that in this day and age, baseball might not be considered the America's pastime anymore. I feel like different sports have become extremely popular, and perhaps it is just going through a slump. There's many different things available to us these days to keep our attention, and it's tough to commit a lot of time to watching an entire game or to attending a game. We have a problem here in Tampa Bay, especially, that the Tampa Bay Rays have always struggled with attendance for their games, even when they have a really, really good team. So maybe it seems more apparent here where we live, maybe not. But based on this survey, as limited as it may be, it would appear as though people aren't necessarily watching or attending games as much, but it still holds as being considered America's pastime. Thank you.